Picture a world where every company wants to do good for the environment, but sometimes what they say and what they do are different. This gap between the talk and action is what we call environmental decoupling. Some companies tend to exaggerate or misrepresent their environmental performance, or we can say they engage in environmental decoupling. Now, one might wonder why this happens. Research suggests that CEOs command considerable influence on how a company makes decisions and take their actions and strategies, including the ones that are related to the environment. As such, their personalities, priorities, and actions have serious consequences on how an organization would approach its environmental commitments and whether it would engage in environmental decoupling or not. My research dives into this insight and investigates how the CEO personality influences environmental decoupling in an organization. I'm using something called a Big Five personality framework to model CEO personality. Think of a Big Five framework as a personality fingerprint. The model provides a unique score to an individual's personality based on the spectrum of 5 basic traits: conscientiousness, agreeableness, openness, extraversion, and neuroticism. Simply put, these traits reflect how organized, kind, curious, social, and anxious an individual is. Research suggests that these traits have a strong influence on how CEOs approach challenges and make decisions. I will be using machine learning techniques to analyze a large corpus of documents of CEO speeches and data to understand their personalities and its influence on the environmental decoupling. Now, the question is why all this matters. Environmental decoupling undermines the credibility of the organization's claims to be socially responsible and casts doubt on the effectiveness of corporate governance mechanisms. By obscuring the true state of the environmental performance, decoupling weakens the trust stakeholders place in these corporations and hampers the stakeholders' ability to hold these corporations accountable for their actions. By uncovering the influence of CEO personality on environmental decoupling, my research will help stakeholders to understand the leadership traits that are associated with environmental decoupling. This knowledge will particularly empower the board of directors to make informed decisions when selecting CEOs, prioritizing candidates who demonstrate genuine commitment to ethical values and sustainability. Ultimately, it's all about empowering eco-conscious leaders and building a corporate culture that prioritizes a greener future for all of us. Thank you.